Good afternoon. I'm here at the study school and we have one of our extraordinary professors, Professor Sam Fullerton. He's from East Michigan University with us. Sam has been for years a friend of the business school and he's had a very interesting talk this morning that I would really like to share with you guys. Sam spoke about Spies, the art of consumer surveillance. Sam, very welcome. Tell us, what are the new tools that the guys are using?
The new tools? Well, the old tools have some interest as well, because we go back to 1909 and when C.C. Parlin inspected people's garbage cans to get an idea of exactly what they bought as consumers. People saw that maybe as a little bit invasive, and of course that invasiveness and the loss of privacy is what's important today. But there's a lot of new tools available. I mean, all you have to do is look around at the technology, starting in your left pocket probably with your cell phone, and the way that we can use GPS to track you around. I gave the example of forgetting to turn my cell phone off when I got on the plane in Atlanta last Saturday, and upon my arrival in Joburg, in about 15 seconds my pocket beeped. I thought, what's going on with my cell phone? Indeed, I had turned it off, and lo and behold, I had a couple of messages, one from Telecom and one from my cellular provider, AT&T. AT&T welcomed me to South Africa and said, you know, it costs you about $3.09 per minute to make a phone call from Africa, but you can click here and you can buy this service and it'll be a lot cheaper. So they knew where I was. They were engaged in a form of electronic surveillance and knew exactly where I was and took that opportunity to attempt to sell me a product that they thought I might need. Now again, there's tons of tools, and many of us are familiar with the cookies on our computers and how it tracks our behavior, the different websites that we go to on a minute-by-minute basis, and you may get a pop-up message or you may get an email that says, hey, you know, are you still interested in this particular product? So again, it's a form of electronic surveillance that marketers can take advantage of in terms of knowing a little bit more about consumers. But there's a lot of tools. You have what we call smart shelves, and the smart shelves recognize when a consumer picks something up at the checkout in the supermarket perhaps, and they know that you picked up a candy bar, they know that you picked up a magazine, and it has the intelligence to discern, okay, we've got a man maybe 45 to 55 years old, what type of message would be important or what type of message would resonate with that particular 55-year-old male. And the next thing you know, you're getting a coupon printed out or you're getting a message on an electronic monitor that would be inclined to appeal specifically to you. We talked about RFID technology and the wristbands that you get, for instance, at Disney World. And yeah, it's good. It helps you know where your place is in the queue at, let's say, Thunder Mountain. But it also knows where you are in the park. It knows when you stop in the park. It knows where you stay in the park. So it is electronically monitoring your tracks as you go through that large Disney World park. I think we talked about the carts that use RFID technology.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
And again, it doesn't necessarily track you, but it does track your cart, your buggy, if you will. And it knows where you go in the store, where you stop, how long you stayed. There's just tons and tons and tons of information out there. And the key thing is that marketers look at it as, I've got, you know, we've always talked about the importance of business intelligence, and marketers simply say, how can I get more information that's going to help me do a better job of reaching out to my target markets?
Yeah. Now on that, I wanted to ask you, you've done research on this. Are the consumers actually at ease with this or not?
Well, we've done some quantitative research and we looked at different techniques, and what we found is that if you are aware, all right, and there's some monitoring like for the RFID that goes through the supermarket, you don't know you're being observed. if you sign up for a loyalty card at a supermarket and you scan that card, you are being observed, and your purchase behavior is being monitored. So as long as you are aware of that observation, there seems to be more openness to it, less resistance to it. If you're involved, for example, there's some observation techniques where you physically have to, let's say, install an app on your smartphone, and that will allow you to get certain coupons and things. They know you're at a store. They know you're at a sports venue, and you'll get a message that says, welcome to Telecom Park, if there's such a place, all right? Take your phone, show this coupon, and get a 20% discount at the local store right there. Yeah. We also find, again, that goes back to the benefits, all right? And so what we find is that consumers are more accepting. In other words, they would deem it to be more ethical if my privacy is not invaded, if I am involved in the process, if I derive some benefit from that process, and as long as there's some degree of transparency there.
Okay. Yeah. No, that thing about privacy is still something we will have to discuss in future. Sam, thanks very much. It's very nice having you back in South Africa, and we hope you'll be back soon.
You're most welcome. And
yeah, and I will still come and drive your muscle car again. I will do.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
You're more than welcome. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.